What do we got?
We have Tom MacDonald, Don't Look Down. I love that font he used.
I feel like it's been a while since we did a Tom MacDonald song.
Yeah, we don't do it as often as we used to.
Yeah. So let's see what he got. Tom MacDonald, Don't Look Down. Get the volume up on this.
I can't hide my frown, my smile is hiding from my mouth. I can't lie, my mind keeps finding time to fight myself. I dive so deep inside, feel like I died and I'm in hell. Or I'm so high, my eyes can't see the ground beneath the clouds. Don't look down. Don't look down.
So I like that he has the black contacts. I think it represents like his shadow side, his dark side.
Yeah, and I love how he goes back and forth with ups and downs, using the smile and the frown, and then being too high, you can't, or being so high, you don't want to look down.
Yeah.
Don't look down. I tried to keep it quiet, silence on my cries for help. As long as I am rising till I'm upside down, I won't look down. This a meteoric rise, keep ignoring all the horror stories like so-and-so got way too famous and ended up killing himself with some pills and a knife. Ay, I am not the one who's gonna self-destruct, got it out the mud. I can way too far to fail or screw it up. I ain't dropping balls, I just blew them up. Ay, I will never let my mental illness be the cause of my downfall. I will never lie to none of my fans, if I did it would sound wrong. I will never try convincing you dummies, this isn't a town hall. Never look down, never look down, just look around, y'all. Hey, all of my demons are here.
Tom is very inspiring when it comes to like being authentic. That's the feel I always get from Tom. Like just be authentic regardless of what people say or think about you.
Yeah, and I like that one line he says, "Don't look down, just look around." What that makes me feel like is, instead of looking at where you came from, focus on like the now, which is what's going on right now.
Yeah. See, what I think about when he says don't look down, look around, it's more like I think about like looking at what's around you in terms of like the people around you and like people in general, and being a little more external than internal.
And also looking at people on your level, maybe.
It would sound wrong. I will never try convincing you dummies, this isn't a town hall. Never look down, just look around, y'all.
And I like that. I'm not trying to convince you guys. I'm not in a town hall, because politicians speak in a town hall and they're just sitting there trying to convince you, but they're not authentic about it. Half the time they're doing it for votes.
Yeah.
So I like that he uses that reference.
Convincing you dummies, this isn't a town hall. Never look down, just look around, y'all. Hey, all of my demons are here. All I can feel is fear. All I can do is keep being myself, and that's what I've been doing for 32 years. All of my haters came out, chasing my name for some clout. What are they angry about? They're climbing as high as their ladders can take them and screaming my name, but I don't look down.
I love that. They're climbing as high as they could, and then they're screaming his name, because no matter how hard they push themselves, since they can't elevate themselves, they have to scream his name to try to get some elevation.
Yeah.
Because they can't do it on their own. So I love that. Because their capacity to keep growing just isn't there. They're stuck.
As their ladders can take them and screaming my name, but I don't look down. Hi guys, remember me? I'm the white guy. Everybody wanted to cancel. Nice try. Too sick, I might die right. 2 fists full of middle fingers, I got no time for high fives. Too rich for a drive-by. Pay the pilot on my private jet to keep it low and do a flyby. Take 9 knives on a bike ride. Why 9? Cause I heard that a has 9 lives. I'm the one that y'all hated. I'm the one who won the game, got paid and famous. I'm the one who laughed in all their faces and became the greatest since old Slim Shady. I'm the one who don't care. I'm the one who goes where no one goes cause they're scared. I'm the one who don't choke when the boat don't float. My throat gets no air. I can barely breathe, all the air I need. Oxygen is very thin at the top. I can rarely sleep, stars I'm underneath. Shining too bright and I can't turn them off. I'm high as the birds now. Flying too close to the sun, gotta burn. Wow, I've been turning up and I ain't turning down. Maybe I should chill, but I ain't learning how. Hey, I'm not afraid of success. I'm afraid of what happens if I take a rest. I'm afraid that I'll end up where I was before in the hood with no...
Before I forget this, I'm not afraid of success. Something rest?
Yeah, like
He's afraid of...
he doesn't want to rest because he doesn't want to go back to where he was before. Like,
yeah.
Because he's elevated and he's got to a point of he got a point in his life where he reaches that success, like the pinnacle of success. Like he never wants to like digress from that. So he doesn't want to stop. He wants to keep the momentum going, and like he doesn't want to lose momentum, essentially. Like he doesn't want to lose track. So he's just consistently like putting out video after video, which is, and especially when you're independent, the amount of work I would imagine that you have to go through when you're essentially making these songs with a very small team, with him and Nova and among anyone else who helps him make produce these videos. I'm sure it's much more time consuming, but it just goes to show like how determined and ambitious he is.
Yeah, I was gonna also say like that it just goes to show how much he loves doing this. 'Cause he wants it so bad every time.
Yeah.
Shining too bright and I can't turn them off. I'm high as the birds now. Flying too close to the sun, gotta burn. Wow, I've been turning up and I ain't turning.
That's an Osiris reference. Remember Osiris? And I forget his son's name. I always pronounce it wrong. Icarus, the guy who makes wings for him and his son to escape. But the sun flies too high. He gets burnt by the sun because he gets too arrogant.
I don't know that story.
Yeah, it's a Greek story. Yeah, so essentially like the guy used to make like these, god damn, I can't remember the name. But anyway, it's not important. So he makes like all these cool inventions and shit for kings. And I forget what happens. He gets imprisoned by the king, him and the son, and he was like a great inventor, like the greatest inventor. So he leaves him on top of his tower, just him and his son just stuck there. So this whole time he's watching the birds fly up, and he comes up with the solution like, oh, I can just make wings. I think it's Osiris and Icarus. I forget. But yeah, it's an old story. So the moral of the story was that like the son got so arrogant and the father told him, don't fly too high. Don't fly that close to the sun. But you can fly. Just don't fly too high. Son doesn't want to listen to the father. He's like, oh, I can fly as high as I want. Gets too close to the sun, gets burnt and dies. And it's a story of like him with his overinflated ego essentially kills him because he doesn't listen to the old wise father.
Wow, that reference is really cool.
Yeah, and that's the reference he just used.
Oxygen is very thin at the top. I can rarely sleep, stars I'm underneath. Shining too bright and I can't turn them off. I'm high as the birds now. Flying too close to the sun, gotta burn. Wow, I've been turning up and I ain't turning down. Maybe I should chill, but I ain't learning how. Hey, I'm not afraid of success. I'm afraid of what happens if I take a rest. I'm afraid that I'll end up where I was before in the hood with no money or food for the rent. I'm scared if I look at the water I'll drown. So I look at the sky and deny there's a ground. I'm not scared of the altitude up in the clouds. I'm scared of the fall, so I don't look down. You. Every single one of you. I can't even see you because I don't look down. Don't look down.
And the symbol is it's like, I was going to say the symbol is so symbolic. It's the same word. But it's so symbolic because he's saying like he's scared to fall. Right? Like, because when you tell someone like, don't look down, you tell them don't look down because they're scared. They're scared of heights. They're scared to fall, which is essentially Tom. Like, he's scared to fall. He doesn't want to go back to poverty. He wants to like stay where he's at or continue to elevate. So he doesn't look down. So the metaphorical meaning like is a great symbolization. Like, don't look down.
Don't look down. I can't hide my tears, I dry my eyes and more come out. I can't lie, my fear is suicide, not bank accounts. Keep my chin up, but my head weighs like 1,000,000 pounds. Feels like my neck might break, I hear it crack, ignore the sound. Don't look down. Don't look down. I tried to keep it quiet, silence all my cries for help. As long as I am rising till I'm upside down, I won't look down. This a legendary climb, stand on the edge of the legend, it's very high. Think of the men who are dead cause it got to their head, it ain't cemetery time. I ain't the one who gon' throw it away cause I'm feeling too lonely up here. I ain't the guy who gon' break from the pressure, it's snowy, my pipes are not frozen up here. I don't wanna hear about these YouTube rappers, I am not in that bracket, punk. Billboard plaques all stacked in my mansion, 1,000,000 cash for my taxes, punk. Call me trash while I produce anthems, y'all attacking with plastic guns. I'm the biggest independent rapper in the world, you just live on my planet, punk. Got an acid tongue and massive lungs, every single track I've done is packed a punch. Used to be an addict, yup, I crashed a truck in Canada, going too fast, blackout drunk. I was nice at the start, but the mood all changed. The reactors who trash me for views are lame. Don't ask me to help you, remove no claims. If I see you punks, you go lose your chains. I am the one who they all call a liar. When I told them that I'd help my mom retire, they thought that I'd buy a new crib and a chain and a ring and a whip and some rims for the tires. Guess what? Mom don't work. Sent 100 grand in an LV purse. Made an album with Nova and
I love this so much because it's essentially Tom's song, which in within like the last few lines, like what he's essentially saying is like fuck you to everyone who's doubted him. It's almost like what I would call like his revenge song to the people that doubted him. All the people that like called him a liar, like he wouldn't make it. He wouldn't get his mom a house because he said he was going to get his mom a house, and people doubted that he would ever do that, and he did. So it's essentially like a fuck you, and it makes me think about like that old cliche that states like the best revenge is success. So I like that.
I like that I can see his transformation just in one song, with that line saying that he started off nice, but his mood changed. And it just comes with his success and his need to change his mood, which is why his eyes change. And I think you mentioned that in the beginning, that he's almost incorporated his shadow side to benefit him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and then also I think about like people that reach such a high level of success, like the more successful you become, like you essentially gain more critics, like you gain more views as well, fans, you gain more haters, you like people from your past may start to reveal themselves, right? So like he's taking on more as he's elevating. He's going to take on much more than when he just started. Like when you just started, like your following's not there, you don't have as much people criticizing and talking negatively about your music, right? So he's definitely having to endure more too. So I think that that's also making him transform, because like this is his way of like coping or fighting against it.
I told them that I'd help my mom retire. They thought that I'd buy a new crib and a chain and a ring and a whip and some rims for the tires. Guess what? Mom don't work. Sent 100 grand in an LV purse. Made an album with Nova and Brandon. They own half the masters. I told them the fam comes first. Still got the pills that the doctor gave me to combat the depression and the panic attacks. I'm the type of person who won't even take a Tylenol, even when I got a dozen knives in my back. They're calling me whack, but I don't react. I don't have time to write raps, replying to trash. All me, the whole team, yeah, they trying to cap. I'm concrete, but my demons hide in the cracks. I'm the one. I ain't bought liquor for months, and you're lucky I'm sober. I'm nuts when I'm drunk, mix the whiskey with soda. The man I become would invite you all over. Put drugs in your punch. When you pass out, I'll wrap you in plastic and hit you with hammers and flatten your skull till it's crushed. I don't name names, I don't play games. I just aim straight and throw the guns. The rappers who hate act like family now. They try to jack my style like some hand-me-downs. They want 1,000,000 views, I want a Grammy now. And the closest they'll come is they Grammy's house. I don't even drink, but I'm planning how I can make a brewery in a massive house to give free booze out to these rapping clowns, and they can die using that to wash Zannies down. I'm the most successful guy to hold a pencil. I've been great for so long, I'm bored of flexing. I became a machine made of iron. Check inside, peel the skin off and let the metal shine. I've been the greatest for so long, it feels normal for me to be special. So much clout I could buy back the souls of these rappers that sold them for cash to the devil. Why is everybody always talking, criticizing how I'm doing it my way? If I'm so trash, why don't y'all release your videos on a Friday? 'Cause that's my day. Comparing our numbers, you cook like some fried eggs. Like white legs, you only get views if you say my name. Angry I'm famous and not a great rapper, and you've been working stupid hard. I don't have to rap fast to impress all my fans. I am a superstar! Man, I'm built for this, I killed for this. Never get back all the blood that I spilled for this. I'm at the top, it don't even seem high enough. I need a couple more hills and some stilts for this. Hey, there ain't nobody around. The top of the mountain, I scream and I shout. Nobody up here but me is allowed. The VIP section is deep in the clouds. Go ahead and call me a clown, cause I cannot hear it. Your sky is my ground. To look me in the eye, you'd have to reach the summit. I won't see you.
Wow, your sky is my
ground.
I love that.
Just goes to show how high he is.
Yeah, like your ambitions is literally like nowhere near where I would want to be.
And if you think about it, he's stepping on it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I love that line where he's like, I wouldn't even take an aspirin for all the knives in my back. And he has all these knives in his back because of all the people that stabbed him in the back. You know?
See, I looked at it as he can endure the pain.
Right.
He's not going to just take the Tylenol and numb it, basically, or...
Right. And that's a part of it. Yeah. But like the pain is coming from like the knives in his back. How else do you get a knife in your back if someone doesn't stab you in the back? You know, so yeah, just great reference.
Yeah, the double meaning behind that one image.
Nobody up here but me is allowed. The VIP section is deep in the clouds. Go ahead and call me a clown, cause I cannot hear it. Your sky is my ground. To look me in the eye, you'd have to reach the summit. I won't see you coming, I don't look down. If I stepped on glass and my feet on fire, my toes turn black and my shoes melt off and my bones touch ground, I will not look back, I cannot look down. I don't care about how hard it gets, I gotta be the fire in the dark, I guess. I got a beating heart inside an iron chest. If they're sleeping on me, I ain't trying to rest. Hope they die in their sleep while I climb to the peak and their eyes never see all the heights that I reach. I deserve it cause I took the stairs to the moon. I might die from exhaustion, but I like the view. I'm higher than planets. The average person would die from the temperature. Bodies are burning, the oxygen needed for life is inadequate. I hold my breath until I'm turning purple. All my life all you did was doubt, and now my success gonna kill you now. Wish I could see him put you in the ground, but as bad as I want to, I'll never look down. You don't get it still. I am the one. You don't have to admit it to yourself. You don't have to admit it. Don't look down. You don't have to tell the whole world that when you look at me, you have to look up to me. And I don't look down. I look down. Everybody, please keep on talking. I am a superstar.
He has such a maniacal laugh. Like, it's perfect. Because toward the end, it's as if he didn't take one breath. And it's perfect because he talks about how the level of oxygen up where he's at, it's scarce. And so the fact that he was able to just do that whole verse without almost breathing was perfect. Yeah. And then laughing afterwards.
I like that part too because he shows a lot of emotions. So it gets very emotional. Like you can tell a lot of it is obviously anger, but like even the part where he's like, I am a superstar, and he keeps regurgitating that. It makes me think of like I don't know if you ever like talk to someone who's like their belief is so strong, like no matter what you tell them, like they won't accept what you're telling them, where he's essentially saying like, I am a superstar, where other people are probably like, oh, you're not a rapper, you're not a star. And he's essentially saying, no matter how many people are saying, it's like, I am a superstar, I am a superstar, I am a superstar. Like he's affirming that, like, I am a superstar, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, I am a superstar. Yeah. And this whole video kind of like illustrates his come up, and then him being on the clouds, and then also like his ambition. And like what was driving him. I noticed he used a lot of references that really made him angry and upset, like people doubting him. And he references that a lot. So that's obviously something that drives him, because he uses that to really bring out that aggression or that emotion. And the beat, this is probably my favorite instrumental I've heard from Tom. I like the instrumental a lot.
I think it's interesting that he has almost like these chains around his neck, but it's not attached to anything. So it's as if he's free.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, and I like how he uses like the weather, because usually like the weather's always a symbol of something. Like obviously in his case it's his elevation, but also it's very cloudy and it's almost like there's a lightning coming, right? Like a storm, which is a good representation of how he's feeling and where he's at. You know, like it's not a sunny day for a reason, right? So I like the use of like the clouds and stuff too.
Yeah, and it's
And it
actually
was dark.
and it's perfect because it's what separates the people below him to him. It's the clouds. They can't even see him.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So it was a good visual representation of the song.
Yeah.